Fight Time with Jennifer Waters. I am here today with one of the Southeast's up-and-coming amateur MMA fighters in the women's division. Let's give it up and welcome Miss Greta Marrs. Come on, Miss Greta.
Thank you.
So excited to have you here today. So you've got an upcoming fight. Tell us a little bit about your fight that you got coming up. When is it? Where can people find you?
Yes, I'll be fighting August 21st with Valor at the Camp Jordan Arena in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Woohoo! And for those of you who might be watching this later, it's August 21st of 2021. Tell us a little bit about, what got you into martial arts, how long you've been doing it, where you train out of. Just kind of fill us in for anybody that wants to know about the backstory of Greta Marrs.
Okay, well, I train at Upstate Karate right now. I've been there for 6.5 years. I moved to this area specific to train under the best, and I really feel like I have been. So yeah, I've got me into martial arts. I was 18. I was able to sign myself up for a class. The school opened up in my smaller town, and I just walked in, and I loved it, and I just didn't look back. So it's been a long and winding road, but yeah, here I am.
What made you flip the switch to, I'm doing martial arts, to I want to lock the doors behind me of a cage and punch another girl in the face? Like there's a big switch there. I
took my first class and was learning how to throw a jab. I looked at my coach and I said, I want to fight someday. And he kind of laughed and was like, we'll see. And I ended up taking a back seat to the team and supporting role, and watched a lot of fights throughout those years. And I just developed such a deep passion and love for the whole aspect of the game. And I decided, it's time for me to really just try it out for myself. I've seen enough people walk the walk that it doesn't really invoke the same level of fear that it might in amateurs. So I think that's helpful that I'd have that, background experience for that part of it. And I've tiered myself up from grappling and jiu-jitsu tournaments, which is the first competitive setting I've ever had. I've gone through some jiu-jitsu tournaments now. I've done the IKF World Kickboxing that Mr. T helped me get through. So that I'm 3-1 at that kickboxing now, and I had one mixed martial arts fight in March. So I'm kind of adding slowly to the tiers, and I'm gonna stay, in the cage for a few years, I hope.
Wow, that's definitely an incredible story there. And so you mentioned Mr. T, the world famous, or should I say infamous, Mr. T, right? Out of Upstate Karate, Ray Thompson is who you're referring to, and head coach and trainer of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, welterweight in the UFC. So tell me a little bit more about what's it like to train with people that are in the UFC, that are actively training towards these huge professional goals. Because you mentioned you're doing this as an amateur, but you're not just training with amateurs, you're training with pros too.
Yes, we have all levels on our mat, and it's incredible. It's inspiring, it's motivating, and it's humbling too, because you see how much there is to learn still, but they're also helpful on getting me ready. Mr. T has spent hours and hours telling me, the details of what he knows, and the patience that he has to keep on. That has helped me progress in ways I can't imagine that I would anywhere else. And Stephen, he taught our class last night. He's right there hands-on with everybody and making sure that the team's ready for the fights that we've got coming up. We've got Sweeney and Weston, who just fought a couple weekends ago at the Greenville fight we had here, and they both took the win. And just those talents that surround me are really, really amazing to be with. But not only that, it's the amateurs that come up and they face their fears, and they do it right in front of the team, and they have to learn the struggles of getting on weight and what it's like to win, to lose. We've got kickboxers who, they've been kickboxing since they were like 3 and 4, and that's amazing to me, because I didn't even know martial arts was a thing people did until I was 18. It wasn't on my radar at all. And then I'm meeting these people who have, they've lived that life their whole life, and it's really eye-opening and just an awesome world to walk through.
Do you consider yourself a mentally tough person, or do you consider yourself just somebody who doesn't quit, or do both of those go together?
I'm tough. I'm tough, yes, for sure. And that is my parents in me, and they're both very strong humans, and so I get to live off of that grace. And yeah, mentally, I definitely am stubborn, and I'm ready to take on challenges. And physically, I'm tough too. I'm not afraid of being hurt. I'm not afraid of getting hurt, and I'm not afraid of true hard work. And so that has been a pretty key element in my perseverance with this. And I think that, like in jiu-jitsu, if you're moving one way and it's not working, sometimes you have to just shift direction. And I've taken that application to all of martial arts. And so if I'm moving heavy in one way and my mind is like exhausted from it, and I'm just in these classes and I'm not picking up the information that I know I'm capable of picking up, then I might just shift classes, and so I've bounced between the jiu-jitsu program and the MMA program, and I think that give and take and that push and pull and back and forth has allowed me to keep moving in the same general direction, but with fresh influences.
Wow, that's some great insight right there to make sure that you're not having any kind of burnout and that type of thing. And man, that I wish a lot of people could come into martial arts with that perspective, that it is an art and it is something that you can mold to your own creativity, that you don't just have to be ingrained into one thing, as long as you have a coach and a team that is willing to understand that. And as we wrap up, can you tell everybody a little bit more about where they can find you, how they can follow you, where can they see you fight next, all those good things?
Okay, yeah, sure. So my next fight is August 21st with Valor at the Camp Jordan Arena, Chattanooga, Tennessee. You can see it live stream. Combat Cast, I believe, is the live stream. I have the links up on my Instagram. It is at Greta_GEM. That's probably the best way to follow me. So Instagram, if you want to watch that fight, I hope you do.
All right, Greta. Well, thanks so much for being here. We wish you the best of luck. And when it's time to get in that cage, it's fight time. So thanks, everybody, for joining us.
Let's go.